Hey everyone, this is Cork. We're going to go check out where that tire swing's at. Just looking, got some new stuff. That's leaning right here, that stick. This looks about the same. This stick right here, this was just put up here last night, right here. Goes up into this tree right here. I don't know if I'm zoomed in or not. No. So either that fell out of the tree or he placed it there. Now, I'll have to go back and look at my video that I did the other day with this dead tree limb. I noticed, look down here below it. So it's been, part of it's been broke off, and it's sitting like in a Y. It comes to a Y down there, and it's lodged. So I noticed that. So we're gonna walk over and see if the tire swing is laying on the ground. We might have a track right here. Can't really see it too well, but I see an indentation of toes laying on top of the leaves. And I found some debris underneath the bird feeder up above. Okay, here we go. Now, one thing, when they're messing with these limbs and stuff, they will peel the bark off the one end, especially if they're planning on shoving it in the ground. They'll peel the bark off, or they eat the bark, I don't know. But pay attention, when you find a marker, pull that marker up and see if the bark has been removed, which the end it gets shoved in the ground, because that seems to be a common behavior here that I've picked up on. So this is I'm walking through the old dump here. I'm on a steep slope, and this has been broken glass that's recently been thrown, because this wasn't here before. Found an old beer bottle or medicine bottle, and he's tossed it. We got some May apples starting to pop, which means the morel mushrooms in Ohio will be popping soon. Probably another month away before that. And we had this dead elm tree right here was hung up in that tree, and there were two of them, and they went down over. So, and they were lodged. They weren't coming down by themselves. And you can see some of the damage. So, up there at the top is my research area. You can see, let me drop my water here. There's my cistern. You can see my cistern. That was the sediment tank. There's two of them. One collected the water, and that one basically collected the sand out of it and then shipped it down to the house 50 years ago. All right, let's move forward and check out this tree. Move gingerly. I'm still looking for tracks, surveying, looking for markers. We're looking, see, there's the bridge. We're looking down over the ravine now. There's my tire swing. And it snapped. It has snapped. Okay. I'm gonna look for some hair. There's a couple small hairs that are white on it. And some over here. Oh, you know what that is? That's coming from the rope. Okay, so I don't see any hair on it. I can turn around. We'll give you a shot of the bottom down here. So you can see the lay of this hillside. And it drops way down in there. And it gets really thick in the summer. And that's when they love to run it. Now I'm going to show you something. When I do a lot of my research, like I said up there, he comes in, and I want to zoom in, like you'll be able to see it here. There's the barrel that he hits on. If you've seen my audio where it's titled "He Yelled Cork," that's the barrel he's hitting on. Okay. And there's an old like mining trail that comes. This is a path. Old mining trail came up out of this bottom. And right here, see those you can't tell because I'm really far away, but he has about 10 sticks, limbs stacked on top of each other. And it drops down behind there. And that's where he sits and hangs out. So he built himself a blind. And like I said, down behind these trees, it drops way down. You can see the barrel is on that, like that little trail underneath. So it drops down about 4.5 feet. So he gets behind, has this ready-made blind right there. And he can stand right there and watch me from my research area, but I wouldn't be able to see him because of this mound right here, just right above the tire right there. There's the soil mounds right here. And then I'm above where that plastic sled blew over the hill. That's my research area. So he's looking diagonally right down there. So he gets behind this, and I can't see him. So when I did see him, that one time when he was like 15, 16 years old, he worked his way up out of this bottom, came up, and he got behind this big tree that was falling. And he waved to me. He literally raised his arm up and waved to me. And I was looking at him through my field glasses at the time because I didn't have much equipment. And I waved back. And then he went back down into the thickness. That was like in the fall, I believe. Probably been 4 years or 3 years from now ago. So we have a big spring right here full of watercress. That's all grown up watercress down in through there. That's just coming out of the hillside. That's been running for years and years and years. It comes out of this hill. There's another spring right there. So now we know that the rope was broke. So they actually pushed this tree over into the crotch up there. And when they did this, they had the intent. That's when I had my beagle. They were watching the beagle. So what they would do at night was climb up there, and at night they could keep an eye on that beagle. So that's been, once we got rid of the dog, a lot of the them being nasty stopped. Once the dog was removed, they had a big old attitude change. So semi-friendly. I'm on a trail, but what I want to show you, so when I'm doing when I'm doing my research, and I do have people over, this is a great area for them to come up, because you can't see. Okay, there's the tree break right there with the sticks on top of it. They'll come up. I'm going to show you. We've got a bunch of outcroppings and stuff, large rocks left over from where the glacier melted. So I haven't been down here in a long time. So they'll come up through here. Ooh, that den's being used. Fox, probably, more than likely. So, you can see the creek. I'll zoom in on the creek. Once all the leaves come out, you won't be able to see the creek, not until fall. Alright, so let's move forward. And we got some natural vines. If you guys are ever in trouble and you're in the woods and you're lost and you need water and can't find water, if you take a knife and you cut into one of these vines, they're full of water. Put a cup underneath, just let it drain. It'll take a couple hours and you'll get enough water to survive. You'll have to filter it. There's a lot of debris will get in your water. But these grapevines are nothing but a great big straw. So remember that if you need water. All right, let's keep going. Look at this canal system. Let me get up here. So when they move in, they come in through this canal. I'm on top of it. I'm filming below me. And they'll get in right up in here. There's my research area right there. And I'll get down in here and you'll see. They can hide right here. They can be right where I'm standing and I'll never see them. So let's come up out of this. And look at this. They can actually get low. This is all down. Here's a low area. See, camera don't pick it up, but they can actually hide, get down low right here. Now I'm looking for tracks. Now that we have an arch that they did. Now mind you, this tree was not done by Bigfoot. That was an old dead tree right here that went over. The top of it fell. Okay. But this tree lost the whole top. When that tree fell over, it caught part of this tree, I believe, and fell. Now after it fell, you see there's an arch right here. So you can see this. Let me get in a better position here. This tree was standing straight up after this tree went down. They came and climbed up this little tiny tree, got to the top, bent it over, brought it down to the ground, and something else lifted up on this tree and put it underneath it to create this arch. This happened after, because I document everything. So, okay. Here's one of the toes of my castings, I think. Yes. This was one of my castings of 2 years ago of the alpha male. And it didn't come out very well. And I left it up in my research area and I just found it down here. Broke. So it must have got tossed. I didn't know that was there. And something else I want to point out. I want you to look at this hillside. Okay, when they'll come up this. Look how the leaves have all been pulled away. And they'll, wherever they hang out at, they will move the leaves so they're right on the ground. Okay, so if they're just right over the hillside, they will pull down all the leaves. No one's been tracking that. That's straight up and down. But they came up there and was hanging out in this area. And that's what they do, so when they move, you're not going to hear the leaves. Pretty smart. Wouldn't you take it? All right. Just keep moving. Widowmakers. Haven't seen really a good track yet. Well, boy, this wasn't here. That wasn't here. What in the world? Here you go. That was not here. So that's been brought here. Why? I do not know. But where he got that from, I don't know. And there's been some branches laid that wasn't here before. Peeling bark. Tree break. Normally when I'm down in this area, the day watcher will come over to the top of the ravine and peek behind a tree and keep an eye on me. And if I move towards his family, oh, there's a crane up in the tree. Where's he at? There he is. That was cool. Nice capture. He was way up there. So, okay, here's the cistern. And that can be used for shelter. That's open. He can get down inside there. Yeah. So, you can see that one tree break right here. He pushed that tree over because this is where I walked that second tier back. He's telling me, no, I don't want you back here. So guaranteed that's where they're sleeping and stuff, and I don't go back too far. I try to respect their wishes, I really do. What I have here is something that's pretty awesome. You guys, all you new guys, you'll see this here pretty soon. Whoa! Check this out. I walked just right by this. Look at these leaves all matted down. This camera's not giving this justice. This thing's huge, and it's right here too. Let me get from the other side. There was two places. One here, it goes one there and one there. Let me step back. Something large was laying there. Two of them. Huh. Oh man, I just jumped. It sounded like something was walking up behind me. Okay. Let me yell real quick. See if they'll respond. Hey! I just heard a rock. A rock was thrown. I don't know where it hit. I heard the thumping of the rock hitting the ground. Probably above me. Probably up there. But I heard the boom. All right. He responded. He's up there. How cool is that? And that rock throwing, that's all I've come up with is them. It's not that they're mad at you, not at all. They're just saying, hey, we're here, you know? They're just interacting. They're not gonna blow their cover, but they'll let you know if you can understand what they're doing. When you come into an area and you start getting Bigfoot activity and you got rocks being tossed, all they're doing is saying, hey, we're here. Nothing more. They're not gonna hit you with the rock. Not unless you piss them off, but more than likely they're going to miss you about 15 feet. So the tire swing rope was broke. It was broke. All right, guys, I don't want this video to be half an hour. My goodness, sorry about that. I'm going to end this now. I just wanted to show you guys below the house. All right, enjoy your day.